happened? A bomb, I think.
I don't know why he came all the way up here.
There's nothing left.
There are people out there. People worth saving.
Most people had finally given up hope.
Okay, so A Quiet Place, Part 2. What was that? I heard something. Yeah, so again, A Quiet Place plus Part 2.
Let me see what I rated. I forgot what I rated it.
Everybody liked it.
Yeah.
I think I gave it 4.5. Oh no, I think I gave it 4 or 4.5. Because I really liked the first one, like really liked it, like 5-star liked it. And the second one was good, but it wasn't like the first one. So, but it was for it being a sequel, it was a good sequel. So, but I just couldn't give it that half star because it wasn't. The first one was so what it was. It was its own thing. It was out of nowhere, like a surprise that it was as good as it was. So that's why that one like really exceeded my expectations.
Yeah. Tim and I was talking mess about the first one. I didn't want to see the first one. I was kind of like, come on, we've seen this shit before. And then after I saw it, I was like, be quiet.
I didn't feel that way about the first one. Like I've seen this before. It was different for me.
Yeah.
When I saw the trailer for it, I thought it was just going to be some, old bullshit. But when I was watching it, I like how they did, and some things I did with this one where it's like the girl who can't hear, you hear what nothing like she does when she's walking around, and I like how they, the editing and the sound editing where 1 minute you hear what the other people are hearing, and then you go what she can't hear, and there's a monster behind her. You're like, oh shit, what's going on? So I definitely think both 1 and 2 know how to build suspense, and it was definitely thrilling. There's just some questions I have about the second one that I think they should explain in the third one.
Well, we could talk about it and see if maybe just discussing it between us might help. But What do you think, Lamar?
I think the second one was better than the first one.
You really?
I think this shit was like hard. Like I said, the whole beginning of it makes me want to see a movie from the beginning now. The way they did that shit was crazy.
Like touch more on that whole like why it happened, where it came from, and
when they showed that whole beginning of how that shit started, that shit was fucking crazy.
Yeah, because if you think about it, we on part 2 we start off seeing like the day, like I think what was it, day 1. So we see like when everything started happening, and then part 2 we're really in the movie on like day 400 something.
Yeah.
So we don't know what happened the first few days of all of this that happened. So
no, that shit was
who knows? They might take this and run with it and make a third one that's about everything that happened.
I think they can. Even if John Krasinski doesn't come back to write and direct the third one, which I hope he does, they can get somebody else who like, all right, let's touch on something, because they explore things in the second one, but they don't really flesh it out. Like we'll talk about it later on, but I really think it made me jump a couple times. It made
it got me once,
yeah.
It was like I said, that whole first, like when they had the woman was going backwards and the fucking bus was coming at her, and then you see the creature crawling out of the bus. I was like, that shit looks crazy.
That was creepy.
That
even in the trailer, because I did see that part in the trailer, and I usually don't watch trailers. And that part, just even in the trailer, that little scene where you see her like going in reverse and looking back, and you see the creature like slowly coming out of the windshield. It's like, oh crazy. My gosh. So yeah, that was intense. But yeah, that first scene where the cop, he's talking to the cop, and then the cop car starts making all these noises, and then all of a sudden, bam, it comes out. Yeah. It's like, oh my god.
That shit was fucking.
That was startling. Like you knew something was gonna happen too, but it was still startling. But
right. That shit was crazy. And then the situation is like when they were in that restaurant, and somehow he figured out like you have to be quiet. But everybody else is like, shit, I'm trying to call my mom. I don't know what the fuck is going on. So you see the girl calling her mom. I was like, fuck. It was like intense.
Yeah, I don't know.
That shit was fucking intense.
I kind of took it as in like he was just so like everybody was on the edge. You don't want to make any noise. I didn't know if that figured it out already. Because I've been hearing people saying that. How did he figure it out? How to like?
I know when I say figure it out, I don't mean like that. Like he knows they're attracted to noise. He's more like if you be quiet, maybe they'll keep moving. Like they won't think we're here.
Kind of like when you're just hiding from somebody. Like you don't make any noise.
Noise at all. Yeah.
To draw attention. Yeah.
So that's what I took it as. Like, fuck up. You know.
Yeah.
That
shit was crazy though.
And I think that it's kind of hard because coming from the first one where you see that they know what to do and then it flashes back and then you see them being quiet. It's like, well, how did they know so quickly? But if you think about it that way, like, well, what would you do if something was coming after you and you were hiding? You would be quiet.
You would be quiet.
Yeah, so. It's not like they got hella far away and then they started talking hella loud. To me, that would be an interesting way how they figure out like, oh shit, maybe we talk too loud. Just like he's all saying, we're 3 feet under concrete or something. They can't hear us.
Yeah.
Right below us.
Yeah. Like that's why I said they should do a before a story, just to show how they figure all that shit out.
Yeah.
What had to happen for them to realize, oh, okay, yeah, we have to be like really quiet.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that would be cool. I don't think they really need it, but like, yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah. I mean, I liked the second one, but I didn't need a second one. I really liked the first one so much. Right. When they talked about making a second one, I was like, why? Just leave it the way it is. But they did good with it. So, but yeah.
I think that's how it is with a lot of great movies that are just so good. They just got to keep on continuing it.
But it's like it didn't fall off though. Like I like how they had the dudes that were like just stealing shit, and then like their weapon was like, we'll put these bells on you, so you can't move. It's like the way they were thinking of interesting shit to do. That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
And then the monsters couldn't swim.
Okay, so that was kind of weird because I watched the first one again. And the scene where the mom is in the underground with the baby and the monster down there, it goes underwater and swims. So
Ooh.
Yeah. So I caught that.
They move hella fucking fast. So you're telling me they can't like stroke hella fast or anything?
Granted, underneath when in the first one, it was really shallow water. Like it was just water that was filling up. And then in the second one, it was like what was it? Like an ocean, not an ocean, but
it had to be an ocean. It had to be
a dock off of the dock or something. Yeah.
It had to be an ocean because they sailed to the island.
Yeah. So maybe it just depends on like the deepness of the water. They can't, I don't know. But I did catch that. It was like, I thought they couldn't swim.
It seems like they could breathe underwater. So wouldn't you think like they could like walk on the ground of water? Because I mean, they're from a different, I'm guessing they're aliens. You know what I mean?
I keep saying alien creatures. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I went along with it. I was like, okay, that's cool. But I was still kind of like, that's a little bit of a reach.
Yeah. There was a couple things, but it was like, it didn't take away from the goodness of the movie.
Yeah.
Because like going back to the first one again, the scene where the dad, John Krasinski's character, is with the kids. And then he looks up and the monster's there and the monster just attacks him. Why did he do that? He didn't make a noise or anything.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think things just happened just because, it had to make the story what it was. But
yeah. So
I was trying not to read too much into it, but I did catch some things like, okay, but still love it.
I was like, in this one, when they were in that restaurant and the monsters attacking everybody, I was like, why did the monsters stop attacking everybody and chase them? That kind of didn't make no sense, but it's like you just don't read too deep into it.
Yeah. But
it's not like they were
fucking
running
people
screaming.
up.
They were fucking them up.
Oh, they were fucking everybody.
So they don't eat you, they just kill you. That's all they do, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I think it's not even just necessarily people, right? It's anything that makes noise, they kind of attack.
Yeah, because he attacked the cop car.
Yeah, the cop car.
Yeah, so maybe they're very hostile. That's how they are, or whatever they came from, because it was a comet. Like I thought it was like a plane crash or something, and then I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, is that like a meteorite or a comet? Like smashing down. That's how they come in.
That was crazy too, because you just see it slowly moving through the sky, and people are like, "What is going on?" So they're like making moves to, but still don't know what to do. Like, what moves are we making?
Right.
And then the alien comes out, and then shit just breaks loose.
That shit was brilliant. That whole beginning scene was like brilliant to me.
Yeah. So it definitely started off really good, even though we did miss like the first few minutes.
Did we?
When we arrived at the movie, it was already started. So I don't think we probably didn't miss a whole lot. But
I was gonna say we must.
We didn't see him go into the store, but we saw him walking to the game.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right.
I mean, basically, you probably could just edit that whole scene out where they go to the store that they'll go get the medicine from, and they show
from the first one.
Yeah, they show you the toys of the it's called the airplane that
the rocket.
The
dumbass put the batteries in and went off.
He
came in.
And then I saw something where he was where John Krasinski was talking about how in that opening scene, like the sound was very prominent because of how quiet the first one is. It's like really focusing on the sounds from different things, like the bag of oranges that he's carrying. Like you can hear the bag rustling and stuff like that. So
they letting you know everything that makes noise like that. Okay, I get it.
Yeah. So that's what we missed, but I figured it wasn't a whole lot, but still I need to see the start of the movie.
I just think that shit was like the way they put you in that world is fucking crazy.
Yeah. So let's see what happened. So it goes back to when it started, and then it jumps forward to where we left off on the first one. Which is I think it was like day 470 something. And this was the day after the baby was born and the dad was killed and everything. So it picks up from that. But so it's very intense because you're watching them maneuver and being quiet. And then she's going through the fence and the bag gets caught on the fence. And you're like, oh, what's going to happen? And then she trips over the thing and they start running and the kid steps on the bear trap.
Oh, yeah.
And the shock, it doesn't hit him at first, and then he looks at it and just starts losing his mind.
And it's like you want to be like, shut the fuck up, but it's like it's a bear trap. Like, how do you shut up?
That was
my foot is almost gone.
Yeah. Fuck. He's a I'm like,
I was like, I wanted to be like, shut up, but fuck.
He was hollering, but they had a whole thing in place. She had the radio or whatever, like the speaker with her little what is that called? Hearing aid and stuff. Yeah. And the mom had the shotgun, so they were prepared, but
yeah, that shit was crazy. Okay, so
I'm guessing they killed the two other monsters at the end of the first one.
That's
because
they killed. She figured out how to kill it, and then you see them all running through the field to him, and I guess she kills the rest of them, and then that's like the end of that scene.
Yeah.
But so the guy doesn't really know them personally, or he does.
I think somewhat, because we see him in the beginning at the baseball game and they're talking to each other.
Yeah.
So I think there's some kind of, association, but I don't think they were like friends.
Because because he was like, when they show him looking through the scope at the whole thing, and he's looking kind of like, who are these people? They're not showing him, but they keep showing the lens. Like the lens will look at the creature and look at them. And then when they kill the creature, he's like in shock, like that they killed him.
Yeah.
And then he runs to save him. But it was like, I thought he knew them. Like, why wouldn't you save them in the first place?
Probably just didn't want to deal with other people when he's trying to protect himself. He doesn't want to be bothered with trying to protect other people, especially because he lost his wife and his kid. So it's probably just
he's probably just shut out from the world. Kind of like what's his name? Morgan from Walking Dead.
Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah.
His wife. Spoiler alert, his wife and son died.
Spoiler alert.
For those Walking Dead fans that are not caught up, a couple of seasons, more than two, actually.
Yeah, so it probably just that, other people bring on issues. Like
More
you
responsibility.
could get me killed. So
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
that's how I took it. But when they would go into that locked thing, I didn't really trip at first because he would time it.
Yeah.
I thought he was just timing it for when the monsters would like be gone. Like he kind of figured out how long they would stick around. I didn't know it was because of air at first.
The reason why I knew it was because of air is when he went in there and he did the towel thing. And I was like, oh, that's a vault. You don't want to be locked in there.
No.
Because you can't, because it's only so much oxygen.
Yeah, I knew the towel thing, so he didn't get trapped in there, but I didn't think about the oxygen only being so much for so little time. And then when the little girl did it, I was like, why is she setting the timer? Like, what's going on? It took me a minute to realize what was happening. But her picking up on the what you call it, the code or whatever they were trying to do was smart as hell. So what I liked about this movie was I didn't know where it was gonna go. Like I was like, okay, I know it's part 2, but what are they gonna do? Like, what's it gonna be about? So I like that she was on a mission to go to somewhere beyond the sea and find people.
And okay, that was a little unnecessary. Like he could have just went on the mic, like, "Hey, come to us. We are here."
Yeah, I didn't want to say
come to us.
Like, yeah, it was like, what was the point of that? Like,
probably the same reason why Homeboy wasn't quick to help them. They don't want just hella people coming because then they could bring, issues.
Bring one of the monsters like they did.
The monsters could come with them.
So they're just gonna, whoever's smart enough to figure out the code.
If you're smart enough to find us, then
again, that don't matter because if somebody smart enough can be just a big fucking asshole too. If they're smart enough, they can take over this town.
Yeah.
I mean, it was cool, but at the same time, it I don't know, it didn't really make too much sense.
It was kind of unnecessary.
Yeah. They couldn't make it easy. They had to make it somewhat difficult. You had to crack the code, crack the riddle, and then find it.
Why do you do that? Because every other movie does it, so we got to do it.
Gotta make it interesting. But the only thing that I wasn't really clear on was when they get to that island and then he's like looking around and then he finds the boat and then starts freaking out, like telling people to run and hide. Like, where did the monsters come from?
It was on the boat.
But why did it take so long for them to, because they were being noisy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
What was the delay?
You're right.
And
what was the delay in the monsters attacking?
The boat or was he stroking it? Because that boat was perfectly hidden out of nowhere.
Okay. No, you know what? I think the boat sailed. I think the boat had just got there when he noticed it.
So
happened to find it when it got there.
Yeah, because that's not the boat. That's not the boat they were on, right?
No. That was supposed to be the boat that the creature landed on and couldn't swim.
That's what I mean. So yeah. I think that boat had just got there when he noticed it.
So the boat just kind of floated there on its own.
Yeah, which is it's convenient.
Like at night it was just floating, and then and then went into the
it's convenient.
I was kind of like, what for? I'm thinking like, because I'm so used to every other movie where they find civilization, they find a new sanctuary,
right?
They end up being like cannibals or something fucked up. But I was like, oh, that's the boat. And then all of a sudden he starts running and starts, shout, like telling people to be quiet or whatever.
Get inside.
Yeah. And then, like what took the monsters so long? Was he just
the attack?
I think, so I think the monster got trapped on it because it was a big ass fight on the dock. And then one of them jumped on that boat and the boat just like sailed off. And I guess since he couldn't swim, he couldn't get off. So maybe it just floated to the island.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only possible
that way. Island.
Yeah. And to win. But it was, like I said, it was parked.
Right. Parked, like a little perfectly hidden.
In the back.
Yeah. Nobody can see it. Yeah. It's funny you mention it because I read an article where people were like, okay, we got some things we want answered that were kind of a little bit of a stretch.
Was that one of them?
Was that?
Was that one of them?
That was one of them, and the one where they're talking about why did they put the little code on Somewhere Beyond the Sea music when he can just be like, hey, we're trying to you survivors out there. All you got to do is go to an island, not far away. Just take a boat.
Yeah, not specifically this island. Just go to a island.
Yeah. Because they can't.
You don't have to come here.
Yeah.
So we probably like, let's go to Alcatraz. They're not there.
Yep.
You know?
Mm-hmm. So did he know what boat that was, and that's why he started freaking out? Because
I think he
it had
heard
the claw marks on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had something. He's all, oh, that's from last night.
Right.
Yeah, it was weird because I didn't pick up on that the monsters were on that boat when he started yelling. I was like, what did he figure out? Like, it wasn't clear to me.
Yeah.
I thought he heard like a monster like rustling at the bottom of the boat.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought, or unless I was just like making it up for him. I thought he like heard something, and I thought he heard something, and he like walked towards it and looked at it, and then he saw the claw mark, like fuck.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was interesting too that they waited so long to go to the radio station.
Yeah, like why are you relaxing?
Yeah, they knew what would help, and they were just taking their time barbecuing and.
Yeah. So wait, they were there to go. Was it just to put the hearing aid in the radio station?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, then yeah. What the hell then?
Yeah.
It seemed like it seemed like it was convenient for them to do it at the end.
and it's convenient that the little girl knew how to work a radio station broadcast because she reached up and it turned it live. How'd you know to do that?
Yeah. Wait, what is she doing?
Yeah, how did she know that?
Like, I wouldn't have known to do that.
I wouldn't have known that shit.
Yeah. But yeah, because the whole point, I mean, the song being played on the radio was kind of like her way of finding people, and then knowing like, okay, they're broadcasting this, so that's how we can, you know, use what we found out to harm all the other ones. But then it has to be on that station around the world, and then they got to know to kill it once it starts freaking out.
Yeah, it's like if you don't know, it's just static to you. Like you ain't gonna be like,
maybe they should
with the radio.
Like, hey, if you listen to this, keep it on the station. We know how to kill the monsters. Or is there a song that can keep the station on? I
would hope they weren't trying to get people to crack that code. Like, just tell them straight up. Like, this is what's gonna kill them.
Yeah. Like, it's more fun. It's more fun the other way. All right.
Riddle me this.
You know what? I thought was interesting on the island when the monster came and the little boy just froze.
Mm-hmm.
He was like dead silent. He didn't move. It was like he was ready for it. And then they grabbed the other little kid to put them both in the closet. They were just standing there like, we ain't
like
saying
not
shit.
even phased.
Yeah, like,
like
we ain't saying a damn thing.
So the plan was to use the car to lead the monster away to the radio station. I mean, was there another plan to be like, hey, just in case they get away over here, can we put them into like a trap, like a booby trap?
No. You know, it was because the girl knew you get to the radio station, you can kill the monster.
But I'm talking about like, what if the monster got there and the girl wasn't there to help her? You know what I mean? Like,
are you talking about the island?
Yeah. Like, you know, to me, it would have been better to have a plan. Be like, hey, I know they can't swim, but let's say somehow they get on a boat that floats.
And it just floats here.
Parts.
What's our backup plan?
That sounds ridiculous.
Figuratively speaking. All right.
Yeah, but you know what it reminded me of with the whole scene when the monster was on the boat and the guy was running? It reminded me of Walking Dead when he first came to the city. And he was like, you guys are too comfortable here. And then he was like, you guys are too safe. You're too comfortable. And then the walkers came in and then he's trying to help them like get prepared. It was like the same thing. Like they had this peaceful island. Everything's all right. They got this boat chasing them that came docked and fucked everything up.
Yeah, for real. It's kind of like, yeah, you get mad because, you're not prepared. But yeah, they didn't have any issues until that.
Yeah. So we were fine until you got here.
Yeah, it's hard for me to root for these people that are fucking everything up. Like, I get what you're saying. You got to be prepared. But they seem to be doing just fine. It's not like came or whatever out of the blue. And they're like, oh, man, we should have listened to Rick and them. You know, like, they're the responsible ones. I'm like, damn.
Like, just sit your ass down and drink some coffee or something. Calm down.
Yeah, for real. Shit.
That shit was crazy, though.
Yeah.
So, Josh, what were you kind of questioning or were nitpicking at?
So the nitpicking and questioning I had were, he's all like, you don't know, do you? You know, these people are not worth saving anymore. And I'm all like, oh, what's going on? Are they like the saviors? You know, like obviously he's talking about, you know, monsters are not the only thing you have to worry about. It's humans that, you know, once there's like limited supplies of like food, water, whatever, it's every man, woman, and child, whatever for themselves.
Right.
Then they, you know, everybody. So I'm wondering, like, is like civilization corrupt, or you know what I mean? Like, are they like what do they call them? They're saviors. They're like, you know, they're more human than who are the people? The whisperers.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, okay, eventually they're gonna get to the humans, the ones that he was talking about.
Yeah.
Because they made it so like, oh, we're gonna build up. Was that?
Yeah, and then I guess those people that you encounter are the ones from the docks.
Yeah. So they're all between that scene and the dumbass boy that decided, hey, I'm gonna go upstairs and travel, make noise because I want to make sure we got to build the suspense scene. So let's make noise. So they're going back and forth. I'm like, oh, what's gonna happen? But I'm like, what the fuck is these people doing? Because they're like, they're human, but they're like infected with something. You know,
I think they were just dirty.
I think they were just dirty.
They just look like their eyes were all fucked up. Maybe they haven't slept in so long, but I don't know. I was just kind of like, oh shit, what's going on here? And they kind of just like, they kind of just left it like, oh, they got killed and that's it. We're gonna move on and not talk about it anymore. So I'm kind of like wondering, like, is it just a certain group? Is almost the whole world like that?
I think it's just a world full of scavengers. Like there's nobody you can trust. So you have the people that want to do good for others, and you got the people that are like, we're gonna do good for ourselves and take what we can take.
Yeah.
So
which is kind of.
That's what I did. Like, that's what I was kind of like. I liked it so much, I'm willing to just think of it. But I'm kind of curious. It kind of just left me like, wait, hold on. Let's talk about that more. I'm interested in what happened to those people. I'm sorry, like they look like they were all infected and fucked up when she bit them, or they
just look dirty. So there we go. If they do the beginning, then you'll see how that happens.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think they could make a part 3 because they touched on that. They can explore that more.
Maybe, and then maybe part 3 doesn't even have to do with this family. It could be like other groups of people in other situations that, you know, like those people from the docks. Like, how did they get there? And are there different kinds of groups that, you know, do different things?
They were looking at her. They were just like doing hella stuff, like looking at her sides or whatever. Like, they took their sweet ass time. I don't know what the hell they were doing. I was like, what the fuck is going on? You know, like, I'm trying to figure out why.
Maybe they were cannibals, so they were like just like looking at their meal.
Whatever. I was kind of wondering, like, hey, I like the idea of humans that are fucked up. Let's think about that, because, you know, you could be quiet with the monsters, but humans, you know, they could see you. You know,
that's a whole other
yeah. So that would have been like, you know, double threat, where it's like you got to worry about the monsters and these humans that are fucked up. So, you know, that whole thing was my nitpick, where I'm like, you know, oh man, this is a trip. What the fuck is going on?
I think they just use it to build intensity. Like it's always like, we got her and you're trapped. You can't do anything about it. So we're gonna smell her and do all kind of taste her fingers and look at you like you can't do anything about it. You know, I think they were just using those moments for that, because it was just like
it's kind of like Army of the Dead, where they try to make you think like, oh wait, he's onto something, the time loop, but they don't come back to it.
Probably. But I think they just build up. They do it in every movie. It's like, you always we captured you. You gotta watch us holding her. They're always filthy. They're always like, fuck the world. What are you gonna do about it? Then here comes the immaculate plan. When we go back to the beginning, when you did this, now I'm telling you this.
You're right. right.
I think that's all. I don't think it's
full circle.
Yeah, I don't think there's nothing to dive deep into. They were just dirty ass, filthy dudes. Like they were scavengers.
They have barnacles on their butts.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I don't think there was a group of them.
I was just kind of like, you just kind of build it up. He kind of built it up like, people are here not worth saving. So you kind of like just made me think they're gonna do something with that.
Do you think maybe you were reading too deep into that?
No, if you explain it to me, I'm not reading into it. I didn't ask for it, but you're gonna say it, and then I'm gonna wonder.
Because you knew there were some fucked up people out there. Clearly.
And usually they talk about it, but like, if that's all you're gonna do just to build suspense, I'm like, we already have suspense. Don't throw another one in unless you're gonna explore it. that's what I'm saying. But they'll do it in part 3. I think they'll do it in part 3. You know, like I said, this is a pick. That's how I felt. But anything else like that was like the only thing I was kind of like, are they gonna explore on that or what's that?
That probably was their exploration of it. He says it and then they go wandering and like then come across those dock people. So that was probably the answer. You just wanted more.
Your guys' take on it. I want the writer and director's take on it. I like you guys. You guys have brilliant ideas, but I'm
telling you what it is.
I'm telling you. I think it's just the afterworld effect. Whenever something goes down, there's no resources for anything. You always have the people that don't want to help people, the people that do want to help people, and the people that'll take everything. It's like it happens in every movie. That's why, like you said, he didn't want to help them. It's more like I'm going to do for myself. I'm not going to kill you, but I don't want to help you either. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's just the way his mind works. And you got the weak dudes that if we come together, we can take it all. Like we'll set traps to steal. Like it's just the different types of people in the world.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that might just be what it was too. Like people knowing what usually happens in these like apocalyptic type of situations, like there do become, you got to fend for yourself, and you'll come across people that are gonna fuck you up to get, what you have. So that might be what that was about.
Okay. I don't think it was that. I don't think it was deep.
I mean, that's what I know.
But you also gotta wonder.
The people who's watching this Quiet Place writer, John Krasinski, take note what they're saying, because you can get free off of their ideas.
John, Jim from The Office, DM us and let us know. But I was gonna say, it makes you wonder though, like how many people are actually left in this world,
right?
Because you can only be so quiet.
Yeah, and that's another thing. It's like, what else? I thought they're gonna explore, like expand on like what's going on in the outside world more.
In this movie.
That's why I was thinking about like the people that are like corrupt or like the people on the island. Like I was wondering if they're gonna expand on that. In the future, like every let's say every John Wick movie, there's always something new to the mythology or lore of the story. Like there's always something they brought new to the table, even if it's the same old action movie.
When Josh has described this, I'm thinking of you guys seen The Other Guys, right? When they had that fight, it was like a quiet fight at the funeral. You guys remember The Other Guys?
I know the movie, but
Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg, and they had the quiet fight at the funeral.
He's like, I don't remember that.
He was like,
I've only seen that movie a couple times. I never.
They were fighting in the funeral, but they were whispering like, "Kick his ass." When Josh was saying that, I was imagining those gangs because you can't be loud. So it's like, how do you fight? Like, what do you do? You can't make noise. Like
sign language fight.
Yeah, like that.
I remember Dad told me like he was trying to sleep, and then Anthony and his partners were like arguing about something. And Dad went to the room and was like, "Hey y'all, if y'all want to argue, y'all better start doing some sign language. Get some sleep.
Better start whisper fighting."
That's how they were doing it at the funeral. Because he was like, "You want to go, bro?" He was like, I'll go. They're on the ground fighting and rolling. He's like, "Kick his ass." Oh my God.
What else do you want to talk about with this movie?
I did like the ending was cool, but not like, to me that the ending of the first one was like so fucking dope how they did it. To where like they showed you how she figured out how their weakness, and she shoots them with the shotgun. And she looks at the screen, she turns it up.
Sees two more coming.
Yeah. Puts the shotgun and it ends there. I was like, that was dope.
Because you don't need to see anything more.
I was gonna say,
no, you got it. You got it. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like they show. That's the perfect example of, don't show everything, but you showed enough. Because if somebody's stupid enough to be like, so what happened? Like that's like they trust their audience to figure it out. And if you couldn't figure that out, then I'm sorry, you're not meant to watch these movies.
Okay, so I kind of wish they would have stuck to the loud noise stuns them rather than kills them. I'd rather them be stunned and vulnerable and get killed.
I thought it was like they stunned them, like they fucked with their head.
Because the kids still had to kill them.
No, okay, so didn't the boy didn't shoot him when he put the radio up to him? He stunned him. He was about to shoot him, and then the monster just died.
I thought he did shoot him.
No,
we don't see him.
We don't see him shoot him, but the assumption is that he shot.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it went from back to her, and so I'm gonna ask you something. Did you guys like how they did it, going back and forth between what was going on between the son and the mother, and the daughter and the friend?
It didn't bother me.
What do you mean? Like just you're talking about towards the end when it's like cutting, or just the movie in general? Like the plot was she had to go and see if there's people there. Why did she go by herself again? Because they couldn't do it with the baby or something. The boy. He hurt himself. And then the baby's gonna make too much noise, so she just took it upon herself because that's what her dad would do to save people. So. And
then the mother had to go get a couple more oxygen tanks
and something for his foot.
Okay, so did you guys like how they like edited, interact,
It was fine to me. It wasn't overwhelming. Yeah, it didn't bother me.
Yeah, no, I thought the editing was really good. It was like, okay, I understand what's going on.
Yeah.
But when she shot the gas tank and it explodes, wouldn't you think that would have made the creature go attack her because it made noise?
But I think the gunshot. Well, let me see. The gunshot was probably not as loud as the tank, because remember they were saying bigger sounds.
Right, the explosion was louder than the gunshot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the gunshot would like get your attention, but then the tank exploding,
Yeah, but it didn't really affect it anyway. So I just thought it might have attacked her.
Yeah, it didn't. She still had to shoot the monster, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what she did, what's smart, what she did is that, she wanted the fire to have the sprinklers on. Or hit the sprinklers, and that made a lot of sound.
There's water everywhere.
Did that? Was that?
I said because when the sprinklers makes the water everywhere, so the sound everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But like I said, whatever Netflix I have of this movie, like John Krasinski knows how to build suspense, and he even if he did make that scene just to make it intense without
the dramatics.
I still liked it. I was just kind of that would have been cool to see that side of the story. You know what I mean? How many people are not infected, but how many people are like that? How many people are the people on the island, which they seem nice people. So
how many people are even in the world still? But I mean, other people are probably procreating too, so it's probably there might be babies.
Or the reason why they did that the song code to avoid those people, let's say the people were infected with something,
then they wouldn't have got it.
If they got it because they're not,
they wouldn't have figured it out.
That's the reason why, hey, we can only do the code for people that are not insane like that. They,
we only want smart people here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, not people that are going to look at your skin and then take you and take the thing. I mean, they it seemed like they figured out, they knew what that thing was, the little hearing aid thing, because weren't they trying to steal from her?
I thought he put it in his mouth.
He did something, yeah. It seemed like they kind of figured out. I thought they might have figured out the little weapon they had, and tried to take.
Did they take it off of her ear?
No, it was never on her ear.
I thought they took it away from her, and then he got the person, stabbed him in the leg, and then he took it from him. I might have to watch it again, but
yeah.
But did he take it off of her? Because was it on her and he took it off, or was
he was taking some stuff from her?
I don't really remember.
She never wore the hearing aid though.
I think she did sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe because after she figured out that it fucks her up too, maybe she didn't wear it after.
Yeah, she was just
I don't remember
with the radio.
I thought she only takes it out when she sees the monsters, when she's on the train. You might be right, because she couldn't hear anything on the train.
Right, she doesn't hear shit.
Yeah. But I think
she gets startled and then she's freaking out and then she sees it. She doesn't get
Yeah. But they were taking her somewhere. They were gonna kidnap her. Maybe they're gonna do something bad. I don't know. But, I mean, I don't mind making any other reasons for it. I don't mind. This movie's good, so I'll make any excuse to whatever.
No, you're not. What you're saying makes all the sense in the world, but I don't think it's because they're infected. I think they're just fucking. They're done with the world.
Savages.
Like this.
Yeah,
they're savages. They're
I don't know. They just look like they just look like
they look filthy.
Yeah.
I mean,
they look like they were like fucking 28 days later, about like 28 weeks later or something. Like
they probably had some diseases. Like
for real.
Yeah, good from being dirty.
It's an enhanced version of gonorrhea or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Gonorrhea on your face.
But it's like, because if you look at the girl's feet, it was the same shit. Like her feet was filthy as fuck. It was like, you keep walking past these shoes, put the shoes on.
Her skin, the skin looks really cool. I mean, at least, I'm pretty sure they take showers, right?
They do. Not those. Not those.
The other ones they don't. I was like, there's a big ass lake. Y'all can do a bath. All right, they can't swim. Just have to swim and watch. All right, so the ending of the movie.
Remind me of the end first before you get into it. Remind me how it ends.
Is basically they just killed the monsters in the radio station and the kid. They were stuck in the fucking the little thing.
The vault.
The vault. They weren't stuck in there, but they were trapped because the monster was coming in after them.
Yeah, the mom, because the boy and the baby were stuck in there first, and the mom got them out. Yeah. And then she went in there and closed it on a towel, but then they got out to kill the thingy.
Mm-hmm. Well, because he was changing the station. He was like, "Oh, fuck, thank God, my sister." Right. I knowingly knew she was going to do that, but luckily I found
at this moment.
Yeah. Well, no, she told him. She told him to. She said to keep changing the station. She was like, keep checking. Because remember, he kept checking through the headphones, like he would listen to the headphones.
So does it just end with the kids killing the monsters and it goes to black, or does something else happen? You guys remember?
I remember.
Is that how it ends? Okay.
That's pretty much like, after that, it's nothing. They don't really say anything. It was just, I think it's like, okay, this is how we're going to take the world back, or like how we're going to save.
But I'm saying they don't show us anything else. That's
it could be a setup for part 3. Like, this is where we're going to continue on. Because that's how the first one ended. Like, it shows the monsters running through the field, and it shows her getting ready, and then it kind of goes off.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, here's what I think they can do. I mean, I'm cool. Just like, okay, maybe he heals up. They walk to the boats and go to the island and find them, and they live happily ever after. But you can make a movie of their journey to the ocean or whatever, or whatever. I mean, there's so many things you can do. You can do spin-offs, TV shows, like, I think they can make 2 more movies if they wanted to.
But what were you going to say about the end before I interrupted you and asked how it ended? You were going to say something about the end.
Do you feel like that was a complete end? Like, do you think like how we talked about like Pirates of the Caribbean 2, it kind of just ended, and then did you feel like about this movie like, okay, that was a cool ending, but it seems like it's incomplete, maybe they can continue it?
No, I was fine with it. Like, it didn't leave me like that's how it's going to end. What the fuck? Like, it didn't leave me like that. I was like, okay, like what more could they really show me? Like, they figured it out.
They ended it to where if we want to continue it, we can. But if we don't, nobody gives a shit.
Then it's fine. Yeah. Which is the same thing from the first one. Like, they left, it was fine to, like, the way they ended it was like, yeah, we could go, continue on. But if not, this is a great ending. So that's how I felt about this one too.
I want to rewatch that ending. I'm telling you, I don't think the boy shot him. I think he had the gun at it and it just died from the sound. And I think that's what I was kind of like, nah, I want that to just be a stun. I don't want it to be that's how they die.
Yeah, I forget exactly what happened. I don't know if they cut to her killing her monster, and they don't
killed
show
her monster
him.
for sure. She pulled that thing and like stabbed it.
Yeah,
and then I remember him pointing the gun.
I thought there was like some smoke coming from the thing, like some gun smoke or whatever.
From the barrel of the gun.
Yeah. I thought I might have saw that one. I mean, if that's the case, it had a heart attack, or like it just got so fucked up. Right?
I don't like that. If that's what happened, I don't like that.
I had a feeling maybe that was just like a camera trick to, it's like, oh, he killed him. They didn't show it, but he was assuming he shot him. Like, that's how I feel they did like that little camera trick or editing trick.
Yeah, because I feel like this movie was more so we were following the girl, so we really wanted to see her, execute her part of it. So with him, we didn't need to see it, but it's implied that it happened. That's how I saw it.
I mean,
but I don't remember seeing like smoke from the gun to say like, oh, okay, yeah, he for sure killed him.
No, I
So
remember him pointing the gun, but I think the monster just like fell out. Like that was it. But you did need to see his angle because he was like scared through the whole movie. Through the whole movie, he was scared of everything. Like he
the
was
first one too.
Yeah. So you needed this one. You needed this angle to where it's like he finally stood up. That's why the mom was kind of looked like, oh shit, you like standing up.
Yeah.
The gun that he's never shot before. He's just
right.
Yeah, but not like I did like the fact that they made him because even at the beginning they're showing him just breathe because he was like just hella nervous even before the when the monsters took over. So he was really nervous, and then eventually he starts to
when he was playing baseball and stuff like that. You kind of saw him as a nervous kid. Just that's just who he was. Yeah.
So that was a cool what's it called, character arc or whatever, like him like, oh man, this dude's a badass. I mean, there's a badass in everybody, even if they are like, where they worry a lot, they're stressing out, but eventually there's gonna be that point where you need to stand up or you're going to.
Right.
I had enough of this shit. I'm tired of you motherfuckers.
Enough.
You know what? I thought when he locked himself in there and he took the oxygen off the baby, I was like, is he gonna use all the oxygen and say fuck the baby? But then he put it back on the baby. I was like, oh, I thought he was like, fuck it. Like
he's like, fuck you, baby. I need you.
I'm gonna tell mom I can carry groceries and all this other stuff. All right, I'm more helpful. I just got one bad leg, but it will heal. It's gonna take years to help out.
What's this baby gonna do? Nothing but cry.
Baby ain't helping shit.
You know who the friend was, right?
Cillian Murphy.
Yeah. I was like, oh yeah, the Scarecrow from Batman, and
I like how they used him in the beginning to set up who he's gonna be, though. You don't do that. How the fuck does he know them? Is that his friend? Like, you don't have to ask those questions.
Right.
Yeah. Because in the trailer, I thought it was gonna be like, oh, they're just gonna find some random dude who's
same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, what's his name? Jimon Hansu. He was kind of random, but he was at the island, so I guess not too random. But
yeah, he got
he died stupid.
Pretty quickly. I was like, damn, all right.
I have to get back to my family. Your family, if they are dead, they're dead.
Like, you just left them, and now you're freaking out?
There's only
you should have just let them take the car. Yeah. Like, tell them where to go. It's down that way.
There's only one monster on the island because the other one couldn't swim and they drowned.
Yeah.
Right? So
there was only one.
Yeah. So they led them away to the radio station.
I could not stop laughing because on that scene, when the monster gets him, and because he gave the guy the key first, and then the monster gets him, and then they run to the door, and it's clearly like you got to unlock it to open the door, but he just runs up against it and then opens it, and Katrina was like, that door wasn't locked.
Yeah.
Could not stop.
They did not do that scene right. He didn't even put the key in there.
No, he just ran up to it, and then she said that door wasn't locked. I could not stop laughing. It's like, damn it, Katrina. I've never laughed so much in a movie where you're not supposed to laugh.
Yeah, I said, overall, this one was way better than the first one. I don't want to say way better. It was better than the first one. Not way better, but it was better. I like that first scene was like, I haven't seen a movie like that in a long time where they build that suspense and all of this shit is going on. And then like the scenes, like you said, where you hear from the daughter's point of view, like when he's trying to start the truck and she can't hear shit, but she sees him panicking. It's like, fuck, like, what do you do in that situation?
Like all of the stuff's going on behind because the monster attacked the car and she's just sitting there.
Yeah,
like he runs in and he's like, it's okay. It's like, no, it's not. But she hears nothing. So it's like, that was really cool how they go back and forth with the sound.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go with the first one on this one. I did enjoy the second one, but to me the first one, like I said, was a breath of fresh air. Like I remember you saying, Tasha, it was something brand new. And I love like how they are like they show you like what they were gonna do when she was giving birth. How like he had to run to go set off the fireworks. Like all he had to do, all the suspense, I thought was done really, like both of them have really good suspense, but I thought the first one was done better, was executed better in the first one. And I like the ending in the first one a lot better than the second
ending
one.
of this one.
Yeah. Like the ending of this one was cool, but after the first one, I was like, man, that shit was dope. Like after the first one, like I think after the first one ended, I was like, man, that was great. And then the second one, I was like, okay, that was cool. I liked it.
Yeah. Like I said, really loved the first one, and I was surprising. The second one really surprised me because I was like, I don't need a sequel to the first one because I liked it so much. But the second one was really good. So
yeah.
I'm used to the sequel like losing some kind of steam, and it didn't. And then like I said, that whole beginning sequence is what like it like caught me. Like fuck, that shit was cold. Like I really want to see a movie full of all that.
Yeah,
that shit was like crazy.
What part did you jump at all, Lamar? Did any of the movie get you?
No, I almost jumped when they were riding in the car and then the monster like peeked his head through the back.
That's the part that got me. Yeah.
Yeah, almost. But I don't really jump. Like I'm calm, I guess.
Josh, you said a couple parts got you, right?
Yeah, it was the beginning part, and I think the part where she's on the train.
When she's trying to get the first aid kit and the thing, the body kind of falls.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's like so scenes like that, I'm expecting something to happen. So my nerves are already like expecting it. So when it happens, I don't know why I don't jump. It's like I knew something's gonna go.
Yeah, I knew it too, but I didn't know when. It wasn't like to me. It wasn't too predictable.
Yeah.
Like some movies, if you've seen The Nun, you're like Mar, like you will predict every single fucking jump scene. Like, I don't know if you want to see it, don't see it, but if you do,
I don't know. I feel like The Nun, the design of the character, they care more about how the character looked in the movie. So that's what made me not be like, oh, I want to go see it.
The Nun, looks scary, and it was cool in the Conjuring too. But well, same with Annabelle. They're just like, we like that these characters are like becoming iconic. They're scary. Should we make a script for it? No, fuck no. Nobody cares about
But wait. Wrap this up, but then we'll talk about what we're gonna talk about next.
Okay.
But about the jump scares, that car scene was clearly a jump scare. Like you knew something was gonna happen, but it still got me.
But it's like, but it didn't take time. Like, so when I say like in the train, they take the time. She's walking through. It's like something's gonna happen. The car scene, everything's going on, and then she just happens to look back and the motherfucker just
she lifts up the thing and his head is right there. Yeah.
So that one, it almost got me. I was like, oh shit.
It was so quiet too. Like how like certain movies they play the music and it builds up and it stops, nothing happens. They turn around and it boom there. So. I thought it was cool how they did that. I want to say something else, maybe jump, but I can't be too sure. But I know it was those scenes that really got me.
The beginning scene was another one. Did you say that one with the cop car? Did you say that one? Okay.
Yeah.
That was on guard too. Like, cause the monster's gonna come, but the way it came, it just like it was like
the hell out of
that motherfucker just. I was like, oh shit. But the hardest scene was that bus scene, because it's like the way they animated that shit to where it's like the bus is about to crash into you, but the monster's climbing out of it too, like I'm gonna kill you too. I was like, but she can't see any of it because she's looking backwards.
Yeah, she's focusing over here. So another thing I heard, because I didn't watch any reviews, but I did watch a couple things like John Krasinski talking about filming and stuff like that. And he said on that part, that whole thing was a mistake, the way it was shot.
The bus?
So because the way that the camera moves closer in on her, he said that wasn't supposed to happen. The camera just started moving on its own. Like, I guess it came off whatever and it just started moving closer, but it was like, but it built up the intensity because we're getting closer. And then, so that was an accident. It was like, dude, that was dope.
Well, that shit was hard.
Yeah. So, but overall, like I said, love the first one, really liked the second one. So 4.5 stars for part 2 for me.
Damn, I only gave it 4 stars.
But it's better than what'd you give the first one?
I don't think I gave the first one stars.
Oh, okay.
I probably gave the first one 3.5 because I really liked it, but at that time it seemed like everybody was making these type of movies.
Okay.
Because wasn't there another movie just like this that came out?
No, it came out after. I think we talked about this before. I forgot what it was called, but it came out after,
But it was like damn near the same concept.
Yeah, and I think it was just I think it was a Netflix movie, but It came out after, and then Bird Box happened after too. So it was like kind of riding that wave.
Everything was based on that what's going on thriller type shit.
But the thing that got me with this too was because Get Out came out the year before, and I really loved Get Out. So then you had Jordan Peele doing a horror movie. So you had this comedian who's known for doing comical stuff, doing this horror movie, and I really loved it. And then the following year, you got Jim from The Office doing a horror movie. So it was just like, wow, like these comedians like know what they're doing, like in this genre.
Yeah, he was good. He was good.
Unless it's Chris Rock doing or Kevin Green or somebody doing Halloween 2018.
How about okay, newer comedic actor?
Yeah, there we go.
It works if the script is right, I guess. If the script is right, it works.
What would you give this, Josh?
All right, well, first I give the first one 4 stars, and I give this 3.5 stars.
Okay. Yeah. So all of us are really close in rating the two of them together. So
yeah, and I hope he makes like more movies. Like it's like I said, he can do suspense and action. He's got the comedy down, but you know, if he for his first movie, the first Quiet Place, like that was really good. It's not even like, hey man, not bad for your first movie. And I was like, man, shit, for your first movie,
this is amazing.
Yeah.
You got people that made 5 movies, they still don't know what the fuck they're doing, you know. So.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, it was really good. Do you guys know of any movies that are coming out that you might want to? Josh, do you have any suggestions? Because I feel like Lamar and I are like.
Oh, my bad.
I mean, tell you the truth, no, because there's nothing really I'm like hell hyped up for. Let's see. I'm kind of game for whatever.
When does Space Jam come out? Do you know off the top of your head? Oh no, July 16th. So that's too far.
I'm watching it.
I'm gonna watch it.
I figure we're all gonna watch it, so
HBO
why
Max.
not talk about it?
Yeah,
I'm watching it in theaters.
HBO Max.
HBO.
I was gonna suggest, because Katrina gave me the green light, that we can watch The Conjuring.
Oh yeah, that's out.
That's out right
The
now.
Devil Made Me Do It.
Yeah,
But
that's on
she wants
HBO
to
Max.
watch the first one first, so we gotta watch all 3.
You have
okay.
you have HBO Max, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Then yeah, all 3 of them are on there now.
Okay, so we want to. You guys want to do The Conjuring next?
I'm down.
We can. The focus can be on the third one, the newest one, but we can kind of talk about the other ones too, like within the conversation. But
I feel like I've watched one of them. I just don't know which one.
Probably the first one. So The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It's going to be our next movie that we're going to talk about.
Okay.
HBO Max.